So it's not having to spend orders consecutively in that model.
Does that work on the on your reactive turn as well?
Yes.
Excellent. I like that change. I like that change.
Think about the Noctifer, for example.
I was just thinking about the Naga, but you know.
So, two breaker pistols. Remember, the breaker pistols are like viral ammunition, but just one roll, but applying the BTS value half is like a armor piercing BTS, you know. With the charges, so that allows them to accomplish certain missions, and Nimbus grenades. You know, Nimbus grenades are a new kind of grenade that generates a particular zone. Okay, you're using the smoke template, but it's not like smoke, it's just low visibility terrain, so -3, okay? Makes damage, I don't remember the damage, probably 13 and maybe BTS damage, you know? And it's saturation zone because it's full of nanos and stuff. Saturation zone is a new rule that reduces the burst. Everyone who shoots from inside or through it, you know, reduce the burst in 1. Unless you have a burst 1 weapon, that doesn't affect you. That is very interesting because it becomes very tactical in the game. You're facing a fire team, okay, maybe through an Nimbus grenade, the fire team loses the +1 to burst. Maybe you have a missile launcher, you get in the saturation zone, because saturation zone is a rule. Jungle, okay, jungle terrain will be saturation zone. So if you have a part of jungle in the table, you get inside, and the burst against you is reduced, and your ARO is the same. So that's tactical.
Do they stack?
What properties of?
Say you're firing into a jungle location with this chick in there, and she throws that Nimbus grenade beforehand.
Good question. Because we were looking at that with smoke grenades also, because I will explain the new smoke combo later. Visibility rules of terrain, okay, do not stack, okay. If there are certain different visibilities involved, you choose the higher one, but they do not stack, okay.
What about the penalty to burst?
What?
The penalty to burst?
Doesn't stack.
Right.
But I seen that there is saturation plus, which reduces in 2 the zone, the burst. Choose something.
Tank hunter.
Tank hunter, yes. Yes, this is the new dossier for the Tank Hunter. We are going to resculpt the oldest Tank Hunter miniatures, the blister that came with the adhesive launcher and the HNG. We're not going to touch the guy with the Tank Hunter, with the cannon. That is a super seller miniature. It's perfect as it is. Really, the decision of making a new Tank Hunter dossier was because the old dossier was super old and outdated, and we needed to ask for artwork for 3rd edition, you know, for making the Ariadna cover, for example. So we were not comfortable with sending the old dossier, which was ugly directly. So we made a new one. The new dossiers of Ariadna are made in a modular way, from the same mannequin, and changing layers and layers of artwork. You can have for example, the scout, well, I can show you here. Take a look at the body language of this pose, and I'm going to show you more Ariadna designs, and you will notice that. The scout is right here. Yeah. And if you look at it, it's the same pose.
Yeah.
Okay? And we can get him even get rid of the poncho. And there you can see the most basic version of this mannequin, okay? And adding layers over him, you can get the dog face, for example. Let me go to the dog face. We probably be more muscle, but it's the same dog warrior. Here it is. Dog face, okay? Without the knee pads that you had just seen in the scout, but you know, different arms, more savage guy. These are going to be the next miniatures to be released, really, for the next bunch. I have here some 3D renders for you to show. Lots of them. You can see that this guy has scars on his dog face, and when he turns into the wolf has scars.
So can we expect a new Duroc or McMurrow?
No, Amuro is super fine, the miniature that we have. Look at the showcase, it's downstairs. The Duroc Margot, maybe that would be a nice box to remake. Really, it's not in the plans right now. It's not in any slot of remaking, but that would be really nice to make again.
He's such a happy fellow.
That is a really big smile.
Just waiting for you to throw that ball.
Come on,
Really establish dominance.
I love how they look like kids.
No.
It's like everybody else wants to do this.
We're not going to remake Duroc because who wants a French wolf?
That looks badass.
Yo enjoying this so much. Okay.
How many of those do you want, Tim?
All of them. I'm sorry.
So when he changes back from a wolf, does he have a giant hole in his pants where his tail was? When he goes from a wolf back to a human, does he have a hole in his pants where his tail was?
Yes. And he's comfortable in the battle, you know, because sometimes you don't have time.
How many models are in the box?
You know the rule of biomines.
Oh yeah, no. How many are in the box? How are they?
2 dog faces and 2 dog warriors. And notice that they are not multi-part, they are different sculpts. Okay, that makes the product a little more pricey, but they are better sculpts because they are turning around the whole body, you know, and you have different anatomy and different decisions making. Instead of having, you know, 2 arms, the same body, you know. With this kind of level of monster here and all the organic stuff that he has around.
So is that going to be a trend moving forward where we see less of the multi-arms that go on the same
No,
torsos?
this is very, very special.
Okay.
This was a really special decision for this box because we like the warriors. We are pretty excited with the new level of sculpts that came out of the antipodes. So we get pretty overexcited with this, you know. It's like a company ruled by the artist. This is awesome!
It was like motorcycles.
Yeah. Okay. I have no arguments with that.
Yeah. What's down below?
John Boss.
Yeah, this looks terracotta and then something.
Or the assassin Govats.
Ooh, go bats.
Yes. Go Nance?
Yeah.
What do you want?
This is a new design for the assassin. In fact, this miniature is not going to have the usual assassin mask. Gutierrez told me that there are some fluff reasons for that. I read that the assassin Gobat were an elite unit that got almost completely destroyed, and there are just a few survivors of that. That has some backstory there. So this is the Gobat dossier. Just by looking at the weapon options, we can guess even that this could be a fire team, really.
See, potential visor.
Will they have stats like a line trooper or something?
I'm trying to remember the 2 profiles right now, but it doesn't bring a line here. Tell me.
Scroll down. See, let's pull out Turk out of it.
They had the guns.
Wait, oh.
Why not? Just simply, why not?
That's angry.
Yeah, right. Looks pretty happy to me.
Poor guy, I'm sure.
Yikes.
No, Gary, you cannot have
I
it.
have been showing this dossier during all year, and it's a crowd pleaser, you know. Every time I show this guy, it's like, oh. Those are 2 missile launchers, okay?
Why not?
I can't stand up right now.
Which pants would you say?
And the long cannon is a hypermagnetic cannon.
No,
Saying that
Will they be linkable?
the saying that the Dragao is using. No, these guys are like 50 points almost. You know, they're expensive. They have 4-2 movement. You know, they are meant to be a rock in a rooftop. And
It's the first thing we go beyond verse 5.
in fact, a hypermagnetic cannon in 3rd edition is still burst 5. Okay, choosing between armor piercing or shock ammunition, but has also a second slot of option that is just burst 1 and choose DA ammunition. Because many weapons, like all the multi-weapons in 3rd edition, instead of having a strange rule saying that you can change and combine ammunition, in the weapon chart you have a secondary slot. Just for explaining it better. This option or this option, not exchange rule and wording and stuff in the middle. So you will have anti-tank mode and anti-infantry mode, some kind of sub-name, and you have boom, boom, different slots. So you can choose. And it's obviously, if one is burst 5 and the other is burst 1, it's obviously one is for ARO and the other is for active turn. Is what everybody will end up doing.
What is the 3rd piece? The guy that just has the little thing, is it like a grenade
Just,
launcher? Or
no, it's just it's just to being able to see the design. It's just
I see, okay.
without the weapon, without the piece,
I see.
you can see. So the artist can see the face really, because if you put the thing, the guy cannot see, you know. You said grants, right?
Yes, please.
Oh, hey, trauma doc.
Grants.
Yeah.
The American profile, there you go.
USA.
The information that I have already said about these guys. These are the US Ariana Fusiliers, okay? These are the line infantry for the US Ariana army. But this is not light infantry, this is medium infantry, okay? Because they have an armor value of 3, okay?
U.S.
What?
But wait, how many points are they?
How many points are they? Well, good question, Dexter. Well, this dossier has been updated. We can see the heavy flamethrower here, okay? But this guy has, one of the slots of the profile has heavy flamethrower, comma, light shotgun, okay? You notice in Infinity when it's heavy flamethrower plus light shotgun means that it's an integrated weapon. With the comma, they're separate weapons. So, this guy, armor value of 3, heavy flamethrower and shotgun, 10 points.
Oh.
0 is WC. So it's better than Nafatons even. Because apart from using the template, they can make face-to-face or with shotgun. And shotgun in television is +6 in the shortest range. So you can always imagine that you get this guy behind the building, and if you want to kill him, get around the building. Really, try. The Texan guy. It's like, give us your flamethrowers. Come and take them. So we have to make an Alamo battle. And the Mexicans, why are those duros showing up of the Alamo? No, you have to get inside. Okay.
Tell me colognes that they still have the better willpower.
Yeah.
What about the tiger soldiers?
Tiger soldiers, excellent choice. Ooh, nice. A true profile that brings joy to my heart. The best paratroopers in the game. Mimetism, combat jump, flamethrower in the combat rifle life flamethrower, most basic option. Probably get cheaper in third edition because, or cheaper or the same price and being more effective, you know. Yeah, lovely. Seems that they still have the sniper rifle option that I've never seen, but you know, sometimes you cannot deploy them without not making the combat jump, but it still doesn't work for me. Once I did that and behaved very well, but you know, you're spending points of combat jump. Let's see what happens. And Spitfire instead of HMG, okay? That will change. Because right now with the ranges of HMG, a paratrooper doesn't make sense, but the Spitfire makes sense. Someone please wake up Dexter.
The speculative.
Speculative, yes. Similar situation here than with the Tank Hunter. We needed to ask for armor for third edition. We decided to make again the dossier of the Specular Killer because the old one was very old. And also the chances of making a second miniature of a Specular Killer are there because it's a miniature that has a lot of attention during the battle. People like that. You know, the old one is from years ago. Now with the 3D sculpting quality will make something beautiful. So it's interesting the chance of making another of this. And once again, close combat rules, impersonation rules of third edition. This troop is more deadly even. So.
It wasn't dangerous already.
One slight change here is that if you get the infiltration inside the enemy deployment area and you make the roll, remember, second edition, you fail the roll, you are in that same spot but discovered. Okay, third edition is more punishing. If you fail, you go back to the deployment zone of the army because this is very, very deadly. So what we will see probably is people getting in front of the enemy deployment area without getting inside, you know, because this is a bitch break. Joan of Arc.
Yes.
Well, we're going to make. We're going to make more than one miniature from this design because. Well, once she will be 3D made, you know, there will be some alternative poses because I'm pretty sure that the Angel Giraldez How to Paint Infinity Miniatures book will have a pre-order, and this will be the model for the pre-order, okay? And probably then a different alternative pose will be the normal regular release, you know. And I like very much this one. In fact, when I color this one, I put some extra yellow there. This is the heavy infantry option. Okay, there is the high mobility armor is the other one. We are remaking the heavy infantry.
Magahabrit Guard. I can't even say the dang word right.
What?
Magariba Guard. Thank you.
That looks so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Well, the old model was nice, really, but it was so big, and the casting of those pieces were so big that in the moment when the centrifugal force of the spinning of the mold was made, such big pieces really move the mold. Okay, they are too much, so they generate a very big mold line. Okay, so the MacLeod was giving so many problems in productions that is what brought up the need for a new redesign and sculpt. Okay.
It's okay.
I can tell you that there are 7 silhouette values in Infinity Third Edition, but we have to create an 8th silhouette value for this. Because finally, even the 55mm base was not enough for this.
How long before we see it?
This product is not in the normal slot of time frame of products, because the process will be a little more like an experiment for Call of Duty, really. We're going to make something in production that we have never done before. Same happened with the Ojoroi and the first 3D models. Okay, we didn't include them in the normal release of schedule because we were not sure about how the 3D painted models will behave in the production molds, if those pieces will break, will stick, will give unexpected problems. So covering our assets against unexpected problems, we are not going to put this one in the same, treat them as a normal product. It will be done when it will be done.
And it will be expensive.
And it will be fielded.
A lot.
It's so big that at some point we decided to give it in a new to profile 360 visor.
That's scary.
You're behind a building, you just see this tail.
Flying bus.
No, just total reaction.
This is the new design of the Hack Tau, and I can tell you something curious here. This was made months ago, but the cover of third edition was made much more months ago. So the Hack Tau that you can see in the cover of third edition is not the most recent design, but it's awesome, you know.
Yeah.
The Hack Tau hacker miniature will look like this.
Nice.
And shares. I was talking before about modular design, having the same mannequin, and from that generates different designs, and from that the 3D previous models become the mannequin for the next model. Okay, so this is the same happening with Sun Tzu and the terracotta soldiers. Okay, so the terracotta soldier miniature becomes the mannequin for the new Hack Tau, you know. That is fine, because if the model is cool, generates another cool model. I mean, it's having a secures the shot. Is what I was trying to explain. So I'm pretty sure that the Hack Tau will be awesome, because I like very much Sun Tzu and the terracotta, really. Well, sorry. Let's see how this behaves, because this computer sometimes has personality, you know. No sound. Thank you.
Ultimate skirmish!
Very clear thing.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
trailer was supposed to be a surprise next Monday, but the guys from Visual World decided in fact you can see the other logo there. In fact you can see different logo in this cover.
Yeah.
But they decided to publish it in 1 week ago, so the community went crazy before expected, you know.
We do that.
So,
Before I go to the suit, do you have floaties available?
so let's talk about now third edition, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
What's that?
Well,
Good, twist my arm.
sure.
Sweet there.
Okay, I will always repeat this. Doesn't matter how many times I have said, I will say it again during the year. So no one can tell me that you didn't say nothing about this. So this is the normal, the already published Infinity books, second edition, Human Sphere, Paradiso, art book, okay? We are replacing second edition with third edition, but it has been designed, all the rules have been written, always contemplating, always looking at the following books. We are not overwriting or nullifying the rest of the books, okay? So, third edition works perfectly with Human Sphere and Paradiso, okay? There are rumors there about if we make a Human Sphere third edition book, that is still not solid. If it happens, happens. If it not. But the third edition book has been made in a way that doesn't collide with these books, okay? And if there are issues, we have all the online support tools to contemplate, okay? To have everything written down and no questions being brought out in tournaments, okay? What we're trying to do is to balance the game the more we can.
Will we see profile updates of stuff from Human Sphere and Paradiso?
Later, I talk about that.
Okay.
Let's forget about the art book, it's just for art book, okay? And in that spot I have put now the Acheron Falls, the next expansion, okay? If the timeline advances, it will be more likely to happen in this book, okay? This is a remake, okay? And this is a sequel, eh? I'm sure you're already familiar with that. So, third edition. I'm going to explain a few rules, okay? This is Sosi stuff. So, close combat. Okay, and do I have? Yes, I have. So, close combat in third edition is